Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and just chilling after Thanksgiving on Black Friday. A lot of good deals were out there over the past week. You know, some vendors like to release their Black Friday sales earlier. A lot of times, too, the vendors like to raise the price on particular items, and then right before Black Friday, they slash it, so it really makes it look like you're really saving money, but you're really not. So you got to be careful when you're looking at some of these deals, and I'm just going to chill. So thank you for stopping by. For all my gamer techie guys out there, you know, if I say the words crypto and mining and you get automatically upset and dislike the video or leave, my apologies. I'm a gamer, a techie first. I always been in computer hardware, been in computer hardware for many years now. 2003, 2004. Been in the computer industry ever since I graduated or before I graduated high school. And you know, mine just became a passion or a little hobby that I was doing on the side in the later parts of the teens of the 2000s, and here we are. So I want to focus more on the tech deals. Paul's Hardware did a really great video kind of showing you some of the builds and components. I'm not sure if all of them are available. We'll go and click some of these links, but Paul's Hardware, brother from another mother, does some really good content. So we got the Ryzen 5600, still a good CPU, 6-core 12-thread. Actually, my son, every computer that I build, like including for my nephew, I've used the 5600. Really good sound CPU, can keep up with most of the needs of today's average user, gamer, even a little bit of content creation. So 147. We are going to use PC Part Picker to see, you know, how the prices have changed over time. So let's go look up a 5600X. See what happens. Now it says 5600, not X, but we should be able to see. So yeah, prices, you know, they spiked here and there. Recently was almost around $200, like on Newegg and stuff like that, and then it's dropped down to 150, and now here we are. We got a deal on this one for 147. So not a bad deal. Let's see what Newegg has to offer on this particular CPU. 135, that's even better, and you get the game Uncharted with it, so that's not bad. That's not bad whatsoever. Let me go ahead and move myself up a little bit. There we go. So maybe that's something you might be interested in. I'm not sure. My wife should be home shortly, so we'll just continue looking on. And I'm just using Paul's video for right now, but we're going to go look at some of the other deals already. But, you know, a B550 motherboard, a Ryzen CPU, you can't go wrong with that. GPU pricing has been drastically going down quite a bit. Matter of fact, we got a deal right here from Zotac. Let's go take a look at this. We got some 1660s, not the TIs or the Supers, for 179 and 180. That's still a little bit high for my taste. I would like to see the Supers and the TIs more around the 120, 125 range. I mean, even the 580, I mean, how old is that GPU? It's still sitting around the 125. Should be sitting around $100 or less. But I think some of them are still going close to the upper 100s and 200s. So we'll see. Got a 3060 Twin Edge around 350. That might not be a bad deal, but there's probably better ones out there. So you just got to pick and choose. Now the 3050, I don't really like the 3050 too much. Some people do. But I don't really like the 3050 too much. I like the 3060, I like the 3070, 3070 Ti, 3060 Ti, but if the price is right. And much of these GPUs, you can go to eBay and get it for a lot cheaper. But then, you know, you're having to worry about the concerns, which a lot of techies or gamers are concerned, considering the recent videos from content creators saying, don't buy mining GPUs. They thrashed it, they killed it. You know, you're probably going to get a dead one. There have been some bad eggs out there in the crypto mining space that run these GPUs really hard at max TDP, really pushing it for whatever reason, and then pressure washing it right before they sell it like idiots. That yes, you could potentially get that, but not every like, for example, the at-home miner, the small scale individual, more than likely took care of their GPUs. Even the mid-scale operations took care of their GPUs. You know, underclocked it, undervolted, kept the thermals within check. They're not running it as hard as some, like a gamer that games, you know, 18 hours out of 24 hours a day. So you just gotta ask the tough questions. I talked about that in a previous video. And again, I don't want the techies and the gamers to hear the words crypto and mining and automatically dislike and hate this video and hate me in general. I'm a techie and a gamer first. I'm an enthusiast or a hobbyist not the hobbyist miner, but I'm a hobbyist miner and have been for quite some time. But you can see some of the GPUs on eBay, parts only. Obviously, those aren't going to do too well, but it looks like, let's try to find what the lowest working one would be. So we got a pre-owned for 374, 375, 379 for 3070. And then Zotac's got a 3070 over here for 450. So, pick and choose. It is Black Friday. There might be some great deals out there, but you might be able to find a better deal elsewhere. Moving on to Chromebooks. Let's look at Chromebooks, laptops. Now, this is all on Amazon for right now. Chromebook, an Ultrabook, or whatever you want to call it these days, convertible laptops, 3-in-1s, 2-in-1s. They're pretty good, but they're going to be great for the at-home individual, maybe the student. For example, my son going to college, it would be great for it. But if he wants to do any editing, music creation, or anything like that, that's where these things start to lose their touch, especially Chromebooks, because it's all proprietary. Now, I know you can game on them over the cloud, but as far as a good deal out of what I'm seeing here, maybe the Lenovo IdeaPad would be one. If your student or son or daughter or grandson or granddaughter, whatever it may be, actually uses everything within Chrome, the Google Docs, Google Sheets, Gmail, what have you, that might be an option for you. Otherwise, some of these Ultrabooks are going to be more or less, Windows 11 and stuff like that. So HP laptops, desktop monitors, not much there. There was a lot more here earlier, but I got caught up talking with my buddy Ed about our days at Fuji Speedway. A lot of beautiful R32s, R33s, R34s, so very nice to see. But there's not much left out of this grouping here. So 5700U Ryzen, 256 gig. And see, that's the thing. So when you're buying a laptop, I had to do this for my uncle. When you're buying a laptop, you want to think about the amount of storage it has. Most of the laptops that are in the cheaper category, let's say, 400 or below, are only going to have so much SSD storage. 200 gig, 128 on some MacBooks, stuff like that. And you can run out of that really quick unless you're using a cloud solution like Apple's iCloud, or you're backing up everything to OneDrive or Google Docs or whatever it might be. But then you got to buy a subscription in order to have that much storage, and backing up to that isn't actually the best thing. We've seen Linus do that on some previous things, like backing up to Google backup capability. But honestly, I would say 500 gigs or more on a laptop, you should be fine. If you're one that creates a lot of content, does a lot of editing, music creation, what have you, you might want to get something with a little bit more space than that, at least 1 terabyte SSD, but obviously that raises the price. MacBooks have gone down in price, like the M1 chip. I think the M2 is out recently, right? So the M1, the 2020 models are gone down in price. My uncle or my cousin would probably like this right here, but it's only got 8 gigabytes of memory. 8 gigabytes would suffice. 256 gigabytes of SSD storage would suffice. But, $800 for that. You could probably get a Windows laptop, which a little bit more storage. But, some people are very tried and true to their use cases. They always want to be Apple devices only, or Windows, or what have you. We're going to look at some of the Newegg deals as well. Best Buy, B&H Photo, Micro Center, Walmart has a few, but we're going to focus more on the tech deals and stuff like that. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we can keep going and just chilling and chatting. Wife should be home soon. We'll go get some dinner and enjoy the rest of our weekend together. Let's see here. Handpicked laptops, desktop monitors from Acer, Asus, HP. Let's see what kind of monitors we got here. So the Samsung 49, the Odyssey G9, I heard good things about that, but that price is a little bit outside of my reach, per se. Maybe not for others. But, high refresh rate panel. Of course, the Nvidia G-Sync causes the price of this panel to go up quite a bit. It's got some weight to it, so if you're going to wall mount it or whatever, bear that in mind. Make sure you get a good solid mount. But it's, from my understanding, a pretty fucking badass monitor. But, for $900, is that something that you really want to get into? Like right now, I still have the Acer Predator, I think that's the first version of the 240 hertz monitor, and then I have a Spectre 144 hertz monitor, and they're not the same size, so it's not like bezel-less and all that stuff, and like the best gaming, racing sim VR setup, but it still gets the job done. Let's see here. Asus Tough 27-inch 1080p monitor. That's not bad. I know a lot of people are wanting to go for, 1440 or above, 4K, because the GPUs these days, especially the 40 series and hopefully the 7 series, can really push 4K gaming into the next level, right? Rather than being 60 hertz or 60 FPS or below, we're now seeing these GPUs where we can get with FSR or DLS enable, we can achieve a decent 4K experience, with a little bit of software trickery and stuff like that. But if you're looking for a 1080p monitor, the Asus Tough, I heard pretty good things about it. You can look at the reviews. There's about 6,100 rating. 6,100, people have rated this. It's sold directly from the Asus store, so it's not a third-party reseller that marks up the price. And it's, according to this, 20% off. So we'll see if that actually pans out. You can always go to PC Part Picker for those who just joined and look up the part in order to find out, like, has it actually, because you got to be careful. Some of these people like to mark up prices a couple of weeks before, and then Black Friday, Cyber Monday comes, and then they say they slashed it by X amount percent. It doesn't always work out that way. But yeah. So let me move my phone, because I know some of you complain about the binging and dinging that my phone makes. I'm not working, but work still comes in. Let's see here. So Asus monitor, pretty good. The smaller Samsung Odyssey is pretty good. So I don't like shopping on Newegg unless it's a really, really good deal, considering the fuck-ups that they've been doing recently. The way they've been treating their customers. It's kind of like, how do I want to say this? And I called people this before. You getting all Hollywood on me. And what I mean by that is the corporate world, or the world where you have prominent influence, or, all the glit and glamour around you is influencing you and changing your behavior, changing the way you do things, changing the way you talk, changing the way you act. So when I say you're getting all Hollywood on me, or you got all Hollywood, that's what I mean. And Newegg kind of feels like that. They seem to have gone away from their grassroots, smaller tech firms that sell hardware and stuff like that, to a much more bigger operation. They obviously expanded out. They moved into automotive industry, such and such. So they're trying to grow as an actual online retailer and get some of that market share, which obviously changes the type of customer support experience you would have gotten when Paul and Bitwit Kyle were still working there back in the day. So good laptop. Looking at these laptops, I heard Gigabyte makes some really good laptops, but obviously HP, Lenovo, Dell have a decent market share. I still have my Acer Predator Helios 300, really good laptop. But for like a gaming laptop, nothing right here really sticks out to me. Now, this is a really good one, the HP Envy X360. I was one of the first people to cover when the new Ryzen mobile CPUs came out. It was on my channel. And it was a really good laptop. But, this for $630, let's see what we get here. So we get a Ryzen 7 5825U. We get 8 gigabytes of memory, 512 SSD. So this is actually a pretty decent setup. 629, probably not. I would say more in the 500 range. But if you needed to, because it's got integrated graphics, it's not a dedicated or discrete graphics card inside this laptop. It's not going to be your gamer one, but it's going to be your all-in-one convertible, presented as a tablet, do your presentation at the front of the class, be able to do your streaming, your encoding. But as far as gaming, not so much. I mean, it could game, but it's not going to get you very far. Now, these are portable screens, and I heard things about these portable screens, but $184 for this, that's pretty expensive. I think we could get one that's probably like a knockoff brand, because I think there was some lawsuits between various brands copying because they use the same supplier or manufacturer or whatever, that have been fighting in this space. But this will be good for like if you're walking around your server, your data center, what have you, and that's obviously most data centers have VGA, not so much HDMI or DVI. But you walk around your data center, and I'm gonna say the word, gamers and tech people, please don't just count me off just because I say the words crypto mining. But say you're walking around your crypto mining operation, and then you got this screen, you connect to it, you can see what's going on, make some adjustments, what have you. So a portable screen is really nice. See, as soon as I say crypto mining, I fucking give up. I'm a fucking techie first. Wow. HP Pavilion desktop computer, Ryzen 7 processor. That's a small package. So this would be good for like grandma or maybe mom. You know, single desk setup, plenty of USB up front to connect her devices, her phone, stuff like that. Windows 11, 16 gigabytes of memory, Ryzen 7 processor, but it doesn't tell us which processor. Oh, it's the 5700G, so it's the one with the integrated graphics built in, so it can output graphics, and the 5700G is a pretty good device. So yeah, I would say MSI makes good laptops, but they have a lot of bloatware that I don't like. There are some issues that I have with MSI, but they do make some pretty good, like for GPUs and stuff like that. It's pretty good. This one comes with the i7-12650H and RTX 3060, not bad. 1 terabyte of NVMe SSD storage, a QHD plus monitor or screen LCD, and obviously some boosting capabilities and stuff like that. So this would be good for a content creator / gamer, but for $1,300, $1,400, we could probably find a better deal elsewhere. But that Odyssey monitor has got my eye. I would like to replace my monitors with one single widescreen, you know, ultra widescreen monitor. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, Western Digital has been really good in the portable / SSD market. Actually, one of my favorite ones, besides the MSI Spatum NVMe SSD that I have in here, 2 terabyte. The other one that I have, I think, is the 770. This one for $80. That's not bad. If we go to PC Part Picker, let's go try to find a decent Gen 4 or Gen 3 NVMe SSD for the cheap, and let's see what we could get real quick. So we're going to use this. We're going to upgrade the capacity. We're going to go to right around 1 terabyte. Let's say 960. We're going to do SSD. We're going to do M.2 2280. We're going to do 4th gen and 3rd gen and NVMe, yes. All right. And then we're going to sort here. So Silicon Power A60, not bad. Plain Jane probably doesn't have the rights. It is 3.0 instead of 4.0. A lot of these that we're looking at right now are 3.0 instead of 4.0. But look at the prices on them. 50, 52, 58, 60, 61. Let's look for a 4.0 device. Actually, the MSI Spatum M30 is not bad right here. The M390. That's not bad whatsoever. How much is that? $64. That's not bad whatsoever. Let's go ahead and switch over to 4th gen. So you're looking around 50 to $70 for 1 terabyte NVMe SSD. And I think the one we just saw was, yeah, it's 1 terabyte. Let's go sort. Okay, so we're on 4th gen now. Kingston has an NV2 for $70. There's another MSI Spatum, but it's the M450. These have really good writes and reads for $70. So comparing that, that's like $10 cheaper than Western Digital. Let's see what Western Digital shows up on this list. Yep, so SN750, $79.98, and of course Amazon's at the top. If we look at the price chart here, it's basically the same. It did drop down to where it is now in the past. You can see that. Look, October 13th, and then it brought back up to $100, and then just recently for Black Friday they brought it back down. So, like I said, some vendors like to raise the price up right before Black Friday and then drop back down, make it feel like you're getting a really good deal. For the Chia farmers out there, would these drives be good for it? No. You really want more, you know, like I would go internal hard drives with plenty of storage, plenty of space. 12 terabytes, $219. I remember during the Chia farming craze, you know, these 12 terabyte, 10 terabyte drives were going for $300, $400, $500. Absolutely ridiculous, unnecessary. Everything I used were components that I already had from odd jobs here and there, repairs, whatever. But, you know, the WD Red Pros are not bad whatsoever. You're getting ready to buy your mama Ledger. Good job, Gandalf. Let's see if the Ledger Nano. Let's see if they have a Black Friday deal going on. Yep, 10% off products with code Black Friday 10. Matter of fact, if you go to my link, there's a link. There should be a link. Let me go check my default description. There should be a link to where you can get a Ledger. Yeah, there's a Ledger wallet link. I'm going to drop it in the live chat right now, Gandalf. If you want to use that, and then the code Black Friday 10, that will get you 10% off. But you got the Nano X and the Nano S Plus. Again, like, the hardest part for me in this channel is SerpentX Tech. The name is Tech. I start talking about gaming hardware, computer hardware, just tech in general. And as soon as I mention the words crypto or mining, people instantly dislike the video. I get hate comments. I get hate speeches. I get harassing messages online, Twitter, Discord. I get told I'm an idiot. And it really disappoints me because tech is everything. Tech is computation, AI, encoding, hardware, software, SDKs, Java, C++. All of that gets driven by tech, crypto mining and gaming alike. And the same technology that drives the gaming industry drives the mining industry. Yes, the profits are down right now. A lot of people aren't talking about it. A lot of people that were in the crypto scene or probably have fallen off or not making as much content as they used to. I continue to do it because I love the overall tech. I love tinkering and learning about technology. So moving on back to the Black Friday deals, there are some good ones from Western Digital. There's the wife right now. Newegg, you can shop at them, but I wouldn't go too far and look. The Seagate Iron Wolf 18 terabyte NAS storage drive, $300, and it's basically the same amount that we just saw for the Western Digital 12 terabyte ones. Bubba, go get that package, bring it to the front door while I'm live streaming. Got some packages from Amazon. Just getting my son to bring it in from the front door. We got some preparation to do for our trip coming up soon. Now this right here, this is a LED Smart Flow light bar. And if you look behind me, I basically have that, right? But this is an off-brand company. This isn't this, but the one I have is Govee. This is an off-brand company, and it looks exactly the same. And so these manufacturers use, similar suppliers, manufacturers, what have you, and then they get into a little bit of a TIF lawsuit. So we'll have to see how things go. But yeah, very, very interesting. That's under $40, and I think what I spent was a little bit more than that. So I mean, it is the better deal. I don't know what the app is that controls it. Is it an app that you can trust? I don't know. Ooh, G-Skill Trident Z 5 RGB memory, DDR5. 187 is 32 gigabytes, so 216 gig. That's not bad, right? That's not bad. Let's go to PC Part Picker. Double check there real quick. And I'm just doing random stuff. If you guys want to go look at something, let me know. So 232, let's go 216. 216. So DDR5, 216 gigabyte modules. Let's sort by lowest. Okay, none of these have RGB on it. There's Team Group. So Team Group, and of course the speed matters. All right, that's 5200. We were looking at a 6000 kit. So 187 for a 6000 kit. So 6000. I'm pretty sure I could sort by that. 6,000. And you really don't need to go to the 6,000. I think 52 or above would do the job just fine. If you're getting a DDR5 platform. So I mean, it's in that same price range. It's not too far off, right? If you want RGB and stuff like that, and 6,000. So I mean, it's not too bad. Team Group is pretty good. 88 is pretty good. G-Skill's really grown and gotten a lot of market share. Since all this performance series and overclocking, High Cookie and a number of others that have utilized their memory to achieve records. I use Crucial Ballistic Max memory right now for my X570 platform, but for the new platform, I might go back to G-Skill. Before that, with the 9900K, I was using the Trident Z RGB. So, Trident Z is a good, well-known brand in the tech space. But yeah, that's not too bad of a deal. But still, having to build a whole new platform if we wanted to right now that had new Intel, new AMD with DDR5, I want to populate all 4 sticks because most people do. It's going to be a pretty penny. I'm going to spend $1,000 to get the 7950X, to get 4 sticks of memory, to get the motherboard, the motherboard, because the B series, what is it, the B6? I forgot what the fuck we're on. What is AMD's latest generation? Well, you know what I'm talking about. They're basically the same price as the X series, and it's kind of disappointing, unfortunately. So, SkyTech, never heard of them. I don't think Gamers Nexus did a review of this particular brand, but they got a whole entire computer for $27.99. We got a 3060 here for $339. I think when we looked at Zotac, let's see what their 3060 was, $349. So Amazon beats that. But then, of course, if you're willing to take a risk and you go to eBay, you can save even more money. Not all miners are bad people. Not all GPU users are bad people. So yeah, 260, 250 compared to 350 brand new or 340 brand new. So you know, pick and choose your battles, so to speak. Asus ZenBooks have always been pretty good. Touchscreen, again, great for maybe like a creative, a person that's on the go, schooling, what have you. Samsung 970 EVO Plus M.2, 2 terabytes for $159. That's not bad, but considering we could get a 1 terabyte for 70 times 2, 140, that's about up there. But it looks like we get a $10 off with some type of promo code as well. LG always makes good monitors. My 2 sons have their monitors. It looks like this was a 165 hertz. Yep. Pretty good. Supports Nvidia G-Sync. And remember, you know, when you don't have FreeSync and it's Nvidia G-Sync, that price is going to reflect in the overall total. Just FYI. We got a mini case here, a mini ITX case for anybody interested in building in one of these. Doesn't look too bad. Looks pretty cool. It could support 360? No way. That's very interesting to me. It looks good. I'm not sure if any of our favorites built in it yet. Another LG monitor here. B550 motherboards. B550 motherboards should be around the 150, 120 range. Depending on the features that you need, the number of M.2 slots, Wi-Fi, all that good stuff. Should be anywhere between the 120 to 150 range, maybe 175 at the high end. Don't be paying 200 plus on that. If you're going to be doing that, you might as well go X570. Now that, see, here we go. So this would be the motherboard I would like. If I were to build the system right now, let's go do that. Fuck it, let's do it. So we're going to add, I'm going to be bougie. I'm going to get 2 sets of G-Skill Trident Z RGB. These are the Neos. I'm going to get 2 of those. All right, I want the 7950X 549. I have a CPU cooler. Now the case is a problem. The Obsidian 500D does not support ATX, but I was looking at this motherboard. This motherboard is the Asus, ROG Strix X 670E gaming Wi-Fi. Don't really need Wi-Fi, but look at that I/O, baby. We got a picture of the I/O. Look at that I/O, guys. 3 Type-Cs. Bunch of USB. If your CPU did support integrated graphics, you got DisplayPort, HDMI, 7.1 digital surround sound, and it looks like we even have the clear BIOS or maybe BIOS flashback option there. So $500, that's a pretty penny for this board. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but some people would want to. So here's the crosshair. Damn. All right, let's sort by price. It was $400. I like ASRock too, but their price went up pretty ridiculous. ASRock, yeah. So look at that. B650E Taichi is $369. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's $100 less than the X670E Taichi. Absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, so $479 for this Asus ROG Strix motherboard. I can use most of the parts that I have in my system, and right there, look at that. Oh my god. That is why I haven't built a computer yet. Right there. That's crazy. All right, let's clear out this list, because I am not doing that. My wife will kill me. And my 5900X does a damn good job still, so I don't really need it. So if your system's still working, you can still game. You're getting pretty decent FPS. You know, you're not getting no scope through the wall because you're lagging. You know, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. The Corsair 4000D Airflow, $89. Is that a cheaper deal than what it was before? I don't think so. I think it's pretty much the same, but we're going to go look real quick. So if we go to this part on PC Part Picker, it is a little bit cheaper. It did have a sale back in September where it was around $94.99. Went back up to $104.99, and now it's down to $90 or less. So very interesting. What's funny is Corsair dropped the price down, and then they picked it back up again on the 24th. So that's not a Black Friday deal. I guess that was like an early Black Friday deal. So the 104, they had to drop the price because the manufacturers are doing the same thing. Interesting. But I mean, it's a good case. Airflow. I think Gamers Nexus gave it a pretty good review, but there are other cases out there that will do the job just fine. Yeah, so that Seagate 14 terabyte for $389, but what was the other one? 18 terabyte for $299. Compared to what we saw where it was almost $300, but that was just for 12 on Amazon. So pick and choose your battles. Look around. Don't stop just because you see a great deal on one. Maybe go look up and search the other. So we got a Gigabyte Vision 3070 for $529. Honestly, again, that is very high. We're probably looking around $375 on eBay. And when we saw over here for the 3070, $450. So that's a little bit high. Let's see if this is sold by Newegg or by a third party. Yeah, sold and shipped by Newegg. Very interesting that they have that on there. Let's look at power supplies. Screw that. Hang on. I want to look at power supplies. Power supply is going to be a big topic, and I'm assuming that the vendors or stores are going to want to get rid of this shit in preparation for the newer gen type power supplies, ATX 3.0 standard. So we should see some pretty good deals, but I mean, anything above $1,000 is still pretty pricey right now, unfortunately. If you're going to come here then leave, can you at least post a comment as to why you're leaving? That might be very helpful. Corsair, pretty good brand. EVGA is what most of my power supplies are, unless they're Seasonic. I love Seasonic. Seasonic is in my system now. Superflower, I think, and that's one of the hard parts about this, is some of these brands that you never heard of before are probably the same components or manufactured by the same people that make the name brand components. So you got to be careful, but not all of them are. Here's a nice little budget one, $69 for $550. Seasonic $850 for $189. It's a little bit high. Because I know through EVGA we could get it $850 for a little bit cheaper than that. So I don't know why they say these are Black Friday deals. They look roughly about the same. So a 1,000 watt power supply for $150, 1,200 watt for $230. Here's a $750 for $99. It's not too bad. But again, if we go to PC Part Picker and look up a power supply shooting around for that 850 watt range, there's going to be some better deals out there. So Black Friday, you know, they try to lure you in with such great deals. A Gigabyte power supply, and that's the one that blew up on GN's team, so be careful. So basically about $100 for 850. And that's 750, so you might as well get the 850 one. But pick and choose. You know, don't stop on one and be like, oh, that's a really great deal. I'm gonna go ahead and buy it right now. Just like look around a little bit. So let's look at some graphics cards real quick. See what's going on in the graphics card world. Best deals, okay. So 3060 for $339. We got a RX 6600 for $209. That's not bad. I would like to see that a little bit cheaper. Oh, $189 after rebate. There we go. That's what I was talking about. So 180, maybe 150, somewhere in that range. 3070 for $529. That's over. $419 for the MSI 3060 Ventus Ti. That's pretty good. I would like to see that a little bit lower again. $350, $375. But it's getting there, right? Compared to what it was in the past, where we was paying $1,200 for a 3060 Ti or a 3070 or whatever. That this is a lot better. This is certainly a lot better. EVGA prices of power supplies went up. I don't doubt it, you know, because now that they have condensed their business model, moving away from Nvidia GPUs to just, you know, their other components, their accessories, keyboard, mouse, power supply, you know, motherboards. They're gonna want to help prop up the business and try to keep it moving, moving forward. And prices obviously would need to be adjusted. They're not the biggest company in the world, so we'll have to wait and see how things go. So nothing that really screams out to me. Now the 6650 XT for $269. Let's go look that up real quick. I'm gonna look it up on eBay, and so 6650 XT, and I'm in the wrong spot. Video cards. Search that. Sort by price. Yeah, so 260. It's about where it's at for new. That's basically on par with what they have here, 269. And obviously, if we go to eBay, again, being careful, asking the tough questions, 279. So you might as well buy it new. So buying it new is the better option in this case compared to some of the other models. And the 6650 XT isn't too bad. It's a good mid-range GPU. But it's all about the pricing right now. So if I were to build an AMD rig computer for somebody that wanted to do some light gaming, content creation, stream, whatever, it would be Ryzen 5600X, 6650 XT, a good, you know, B550 motherboard in the 130, 140 range, you know, a 850 watt power supply, so they got plenty of room to upgrade their GPU if they wanted to and stuff like that. Obviously that's gonna be $100. We could build a pretty decent gaming rig. Obviously NVMe SSD, 70 something ducks. It's gonna be somewhere in that $650, $800 range, but nowhere near what the cost of a singular high-end GPU would cost. So the prices aren't completely there yet. The 3060, the 3060 Ti, 3070, wow, 2080 Ti refurbished, blower style cooler for $449. Is somebody actually gonna buy that? That's crazy. AX Gaming 3060 Ti for $673. That's a Black Friday deal. AX official store. Never even heard of them. But you see a lot of these manufacturers coming out of the woodwork, like Peltron, Paladin Gaming. Never heard of it. And is this one of those ones where it's like an old Fermi GPU? They don't give us a picture of the back, do they? There it is. Yeah. I think Gamers Nexus just did something about that, where like they're reusing like an old GPU, like an old Fermi GPU, rebranding it, and then somebody's getting ripped off, unfortunately. Any 3070 deals late to the party? So we looked at some of the 3070s. Hang on. And let's try to let's you know what, Tony, let's find you one right now. Let's find Tony a good RTX 3070 deal. All right. So we got a Zotac Twin Edge. Now, Zotac does have a Twin Edge for $450 on Amazon. They say it's 15% off on this Black Friday deal. However, I still think that's a little bit high. But let's go continuing looking. So 30 series, 3070. So we're going to look on Newegg. We're going to go look on Best Buy. Shop. Give me 1 second. That's not what I wanted. Let's go look on B&H Photo. And if you have a Micro Center near you, then you might be in luck. But I don't have one anywhere near me, Tony. So, nope. B&H Photos, a lost cause. Or, excuse me, Micro Center. Ooh, $559. All right, yeah. B&H Photos, a lost cause, too. We're just going to get away from that. All right, so now it's Best Buy. $579, $529. Ooh. 3060 Ti. Yeah, Best Buy is not looking too good either. That's some pretty expensive stuff. Yeah. No. All right. 529, 540. So, Tony, it looks like maybe the Zotac deal actually is the best. If you want brand new, obviously, if you don't like Zotac, Gigabyte's at 539. So there's a really big jump from Zotac up to the next manufacturer. If you don't feel like going through the trials and tribulations that come with shopping on eBay, you could find a pretty decent GPU for cheap. Most of these are parts only at the top. I think we said $375 is what we found. Yeah. So $374 4-day shipping, $375. That's a blower style card though. Be careful of that. PNY is all right. Asus is pretty good. MSI Ventus had its issues on the 16 series and the 20 series, but I think it's gotten a little bit better. So yeah, I mean $375 used, $380. Or if you go to Amazon right now, and I'm going to go ahead and link it into live chat for you there, Tony. It is an affiliate link, but I will get it to you in a live chat here shortly. So for 3070, it looks like the Zotac GPU might be the best one so far. So let me go get this information for you real quick. Bear with me 1 second. But yeah, I mean, looking at, if I get out of your way, looking at the PC part picker, you can see there that sucker goes from 450 to 540. So there's a pretty dramatic jump there in price for the RTX 3070 if you did want to go brand new. If you want to go brand new, that would be completely up to you, Tony. But I hope that helps you out. So I'm grabbing the link right now. I'm going to go to the YouTube video. That's going to be, you're going to hear echo real quick. My apologies. And I'm going to paste that in there for you, Tony. There you go. So it looks like Amazon is the better one right now. Anybody want to go hunt down something? Give me something to hunt down. What are you guys looking at? Anything you're looking for? Hard drives, SSDs, NVMe drives. Give me some. So let's look at Best Buy while we're chilling here. Actually, I do need a printer. I do need a printer. I bought my mom a good kitchen faucet. So that's gonna be her Christmas present. It was a pretty decent penny. But I know it's something that will add to the overall decor. They need a new faucet anyway, stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, you're driving. Drive safe, Tony. Good luck. There's a link. You can always come back to the chat if you need to. 1616 Super's cheap on Amazon. So Sam Fisher, we saw that earlier. Let's see here. 1660 Super. That's 1660. Where's the Super? Super is $200. So 1660 Super is $200. Let's look for 1660 Super. Super. So 159 is the lowest. I bet you $5 there, Sam, that it was Amazon, that's where that price is. Let's go look. Yep, Amazon. So even though it doesn't show it in this lineup here, where's it at? It doesn't even show up here in this lineup. But we were able to find it. And 160 for the single fan model. Oh, that's 1650. What the hell? I was tripped up. 1660 Super is what I said. Why are you giving me all this? Hang on. So yeah, 199, 199, 209, and then if we go to eBay, so basically $200 still. 1660 Super. Buy it now, ship lowest, parts only, open box, so $90, $100, $100, $100, all single fan. Here's a dual fan model, 137, 140. I like these Supers. These are the ones I have, the EVGA ones right here, and I love their design. That is actually the price that I paid for both of mine before all this craziness happened. So that's actually a pretty good deal. Obviously, if you're looking at this, what you want to do is you want to go look at the seller. You know, he has 5 positive feedback, 100%, yada yada. He sold 3 available, 9 sold, so he probably used it for mining. Definitely used it for mining. Is that a bad thing? No. Maybe ask some tough questions. Try to get him to do another picture. Looks like there wasn't too much dust. They got it cleaned off. Looked like there's some cat hair right there. Looking at the pins. Pins look good. PCB looks good. Everything looks good about this card. That's not a bad deal. But obviously 125 here with the risk of buying it secondhand or, you know, buying it new for $200. You're saving $70, $80 by going through eBay versus a brand new through a Black Friday deal. So the Black Friday deal isn't as profound as one might think. You really gotta double check. But I mean, they look good. That looks really good. I wouldn't go buying a bunch of them, I'll tell you that much. Right now, the 6650 XT has my vote for a budget build on Black Friday. Basic, again, depends on what the end user wants. I don't know what you need. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish. Nobody's typing to me in the live chat. If you're looking for something and you need help looking for it, I'll be happy to look for it for you. I only got a little bit more time before the wife comes home. Otherwise, I'm just going around looking at shit. That's all I'm doing. Nothing special. Let's see here. Black Friday deals. That's one. What do you have for me? Let's go back to the beginning. Best Buy's crashing. All right. Laptops, computers, consoles, PC gaming. I guess PC gaming. And there might be some really good deals on appliances too. Like if you need a new fridge, new washer, new dryer, you know. Stuff like that. Let's see if these CPU or laptops are pretty good. So here we got an RTX 3050 Ti with a Ryzen 5600H, 8 gigabytes of memory, 256 gig SSD. That's not too bad. I would like to see a better deal, but that's not too bad whatsoever. The Samsung 27-inch Odyssey, we saw this before. It was $250 on another site. Best Buy does have, the price match guarantee. If you do go to a physical store and you can find it on Amazon or whatever, it's got to be like the same model or whatever number, and then you got to really fight them tooth and nail for it, but you could technically do it. This HP laptop, you know, it's got an i7 12650H, 16 gigabytes of memory, a little bit better. RTX 3050 Ti that brings it down, but then the 512 gigabyte SSD is pretty good. Still a little bit high on the price for me. 144 hertz display, $800, a little bit high. Now this isn't bad. So the HP Viscus 15.6 inch LED screen. It's got an i5 1240 450H. 8 gigabytes of memory. Could use a little bit more memory, but you can always upgrade it. I hope you should be able to. Open up the bottom, upgrade the memory, get 16 gigabytes in there. And it comes with a GTX 1650. Is that better than a 3050 Ti? Probably not. But the price makes it much more attractive to me for 480. There's some Asus ROG. Obviously, anything with Asus on it is going to be dramatically increased in price, but it's got some good hardware specs. 512 gigabytes of NVMe SSD. It's got RTX 3060, 16 gigabytes of DDR4, and then it doesn't say the CPU. It just says Ryzen 7. Let's see if we can find the CPU. It's probably going to be a 5600H or 5000H something. Let's see here. Specs. It just says 5000 series. It doesn't tell us which particular model. 5800H. So that's not bad. That is not bad, but again, the price is a little bit up there for $900, unfortunately. I want the cheapest mini PC with 4 cores for a nodes. Okay, Dan. I want the cheapest mini PC with 4 cores for nodes. Mini PC. Where should I go first? Let's go here. Are you going to be building it, or do you want it to be already built? Because you got some bare bones kits, right? This is Celeron J3455, so it's a dual core. I'm pretty sure that's a dual core. Hang on. Let me look that up. I'm pretty sure that's a dual core. Yeah. No, it's got 4 cores and 4 threads. Okay. All right. Okay, Jay. Came out in 2016. 10-watt TDP. Nice. There's your memory support right there. Integrated graphics, but you don't really care about that because you're not gaming on it. Six gigabytes of DDR3. Yikes. But I mean, hey, this is for nodes, so you don't need anything too crazy. But it really depends. Like, are you going to be building it just plain with Windows? Okay. $74, baby. $74. Dual core processor. Or excuse me, more than a dual core. 4 core, 4 threads. The storage could be a little bit better, but I'm assuming you can upgrade that. I would hope you can upgrade that. Let's go take a look at this case real quick. It might be integrated. The only thing you could probably upgrade is the storage. Doesn't have a micro USB. That's what I was looking for. Micro USB to where you could upgrade the storage. Yeah, so you can increase the capacity of storage. Okay, cool. You can get like a 2.5-inch SSD or something like that. Yeah, $74. Not bad. So 74 or 96, depending on the amount of memory you want. You know, 6 gigabytes of DDR3 or 4 gigabytes of DDR3. You probably get away with 4. That's not a bad deal. Here's one that's even less. But how much memory? So 6 gigabytes. This probably might be the older model. I mean, that'd be a cute little node box. Fanless. So yeah, $69 or $74 from some brand I never even fucking heard of, but it might be good. It's only got 1 star there. I would go with this one only because it has more stars. The $74 one. If you want, if you're really serious about it, go scroll up and click the Amazon affiliate link or one of the links down below and then go search for this mini PC Windows 10 Pro and see. I mean, go double check it. Make sure it's something you want. As far as like bare bones, I think ASRock makes some pretty neat bare bones, but they're probably really expensive. Let's see here. Yikes. 198. I mean, you could get a Nook, but that's going to be expensive. Yeah, so ASRock, what is the deal? See price in cart. Can't see the price. 589. Get the fuck out of here. No. Bye. Yeah. So, little basic bitch thing that you can configure and set up. Plenty of USB connectivity, HDMI, LAN. Does it have Wi-Fi? Yeah, it has Wi-Fi 2.4 plus 5G dual band Wi-Fi with Bluetooth 4.2. A little bit older on the Bluetooth, but can get the job done. It's not too bad. Sam Fisher, I currently have 7 1660 Supers as of now with a BioStorm motherboard that holds 12 GPUs, and they are running Ravencoin. Do you think I should buy the remaining 1660 Supers to have all 12 of them? Are you going to be focusing, Sam Fisher? No, it's not. It's not. So what what Dan said was he just needed the cheapest mini PC with 4 cores for the nodes to run what's called nodes. This is not comparable to the 5800U. We're not comparing that. That's apples and oranges. We're not comparing that Hexacom. 5800U on the laptop I was talking about looked like a pretty good deal. It's just the price was a little bit higher for my likings. But let's go back to Sam Fisher's question. Are you planning on continuing to mine Ravencoin, period? Like, is that all you're going to be focusing on during this downturn? Because right now, even with my mixed rigs, I'm still negative fiat and all that good stuff. And I know I started talking about mining and stuff like that. Forgive me, gamers and tech guys. Again, no hate speech. But, Ravencoin, let's see here. Let's open up a new tab. And let's see, you got 7 of them right now. Let's see what you got. 7, 16, 60 Super. So 7. And if their average price, what did we say our average price was? So let's say 140. That's going to be $700 if you buy on eBay. But $200 on Amazon. About the same on Newegg. So Amazon is the cheapest new. So I guesstimate 140 per if you buy it through eBay. But if you buy it through Amazon, that's $300 savings. But you get it brand new. You're not worried about anything, getting a podunk, beat up GPU. And I understand that. Again, people who do use cards for mining may have taken really good care of them, not using a pressure washer to clean them. So it's just a risk or a game you play, but you could always ask questions prior to. Should you fill up the rig and continue to mine Ravencoin? So right now, mining Ravencoin is putting you, if you were on my electricity rate, at negative 95 cents a day, but you want to focus on the amount of cryptocurrency you earn, so about 25 Raven a day. But if you get that to 12, and you could probably drop your electricity rate a little bit more, maybe get your hash rate up a little bit more if you're doing some fine tuning. You're making almost 40 to 50 Raven a day. So, yeah. If you can afford the $700 investment, maybe. Otherwise, because you already have Nvidia GPUs, what would be a good middle-of-the-road GPU near that price? Near that price of what you're going to have to pay brand new for the 1660 Super. And my answer would probably be well, that didn't help me. If we're staying on Nvidia, that is. Yeah, see, brand new, it's still a pretty penny. Parts only, pre-owned. All right. There we go. So if you were able to find 3060s for $50 more. That's a good question. That's a real good question, Sam. The next best budget Nvidia GPU that Sam can combine with his 1660 Super. Should he just get, hang on, let's try combining it with the 3060. Okay. Not unless the 4000 series, not unless Nvidia releases a more efficient, mid low end GPU that just is absolutely awesome and efficient, performance per watt. I would say wait and then wait for that to come out, but we don't know if that's going to come out. We know that the 4070 Ti has been confirmed to replace in the 4080 12 gigabytes, but we don't know anything about the low end, right? Is there going to be a 4050 or a 4060 or whatever it might be? I assume they will, but they're trying to get rid of the 3000 series. I would wait a little bit more, Sam. I would wait a little bit more. Personally, I think the prices are going to drop even more because we got to think Nvidia has been trying to push these GPUs out and try to get rid of stock before they really flood the market with the 40 series. Like, I'm pretty sure there are 40 series on pallets waiting and not available until they can get rid of this 3000 series stock. So if I were you, because the 1660 Super is a good card, 6 gigabytes of GDDR5, 6 gigabytes will help you get along if you're going to be continuing to mine Raven for a long time. But unless the 1660 Super drops to, I would say, the 125, 140 range, just wait a little bit more. Maybe the 3060 will also drop down in price. Bear with me, guys. Wife is on the phone. All right. Gotta order some food. Anyways, that would be my answer, Sam. That would be my answer. Look at this GPU. What is that skin? What the hell is that skin? Is that like the dragon? Is that Shinron on a GPU? Dragon Ball Z? Demon Slayer. Okay, it's Demon Slayer. All right. Well, I need to get ready to go eat. Not too many of y'all showed up, but I appreciate those of you that did show up. I look forward to, I will be in Miami next week for Decentral. I look forward to meeting some of you there. Feel free to catch up with me, talk if I got the availability, because I'm going to be trying to meet up with various teams, projects, personnels. Don't forget also there's 4 days left on the Tuber 500, the giveaway that we're running, where myself, I'm giving away an RTX A2000, one of them, and then a EVGA capture card, the XR1. But the others are also giving away other things like GPUs and stuff like that. And you can sign up for free. I mean, there's no purchase necessary to enter the giveaway. It's just if you buy a shirt, you get to represent, and it's unique, custom, made by Django and his brother. As well, it gives you 50 additional entries. The link is not in the description, so let me go get that real quick for y'all. And let's see here. Where is the giveaway? Also, what do you guys think? Nobody watches my shit. I don't know what it is. It's not like everything I do is shit, but damn, that was loud. Where the fuck is the link? There it is. Okay, someone put that in the live chat. Put that in the description. Yeah, I really don't know what it's gonna take. I mean, not just about crypto, about tech in general. I love it, but just because most of my content has crypto in its fucking name automatically get disqualified and booed. But what's funny is the content creators in the space that I love and respect, you know, Gamers Nexus, Steve, Paul's Hardware, Bitwit, maybe me and Jay aren't on good terms. But, you know, they don't care. They do you, man. You know, obviously there was a lot of hard feelings when the GPU supply was taken up by the larger mining operations, but that wasn't you guys. That wasn't me. That wasn't you. I mean, there might have been some other operations that ate up all the supply, but that's not our fault. You know, the vendor should have done better, Nvidia, AMD. And now here we are. We got all this supply, which again is going to help out Sam later because the price of these GPUs are going to drop down. So hang tight. Wait for the 1660 Super to drop to 140 or less, possibly, or maybe 150 or less. As well, keep an eye on the secondhand market. Maybe there might be a really good deal because some people will accidentally put up something, right? Like they might accidentally put a 1660 or a 3060 up there for $200 when everybody else is paying $450 and above for it. So you keep an eye on it. You might get yourself a pretty good deal. Always compare when it comes to Black Friday because they like to be tricked. They like to do some tricks where they raise the price up right before, then slash it right before the Black Friday sale or Cyber Monday, which we still have coming up, and take advantage of people's emotions. That's really what it's all about. It's their emotions in buying. But there are some good deals out there. Much of them have been bought up already. But if you're looking for something interesting, I did mention a few throughout this video. So thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you hanging out. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you had a great time. Happy holidays. If you do see me at Decentral, come hang out. Otherwise, go hit the Gleam giveaway. Go sign up. Maybe consider buying a shirt if money isn't tight. Take care of your bills and your family first. And I will catch you later on. You guys take care. And I'm going to go order some pizza and probably do some more shopping. I got everything I need for my mom, my wife, my kids, my boys. Everybody's good. Just got to play it cool, save money, dollar cost average, and just keep hashing away. Weird world we're in. Eventually, the gamer and tech community will be one with the blockchain mining community, and it won't be animosity towards one another, and everything would just be fine. But we shall see. Take care.
Octominer and 9 other YouTubers are going to be giving away 10 prizes to 10 lucky winners. Each YouTuber has their own custom design that has been created and will be available for sale starting on November 1st. There will only be 50 shirts of each design available to buy. Each t-shirt purchase will be worth 50 entries without any limit on the number of shirts you can buy. You don't want to purchase a shirt? No problem. We got you covered. There are free ways to enter just by clicking the Gleam URL link down below in the description. We will also be giving away a portion of the proceeds to the Water Project Incorporated, a 501c3 nonprofit organization unlocking human potential by providing reliable water projects to communities in sub-Saharan Africa who suffer needlessly from a lack of access to clean water and proper sanitation. The Community Crypto Tuber 500 giveaway will run from November 1st to November 29th. Those will be the available dates to enter. We will be having a live stream on YouTube to select the winners randomly using Gleam on Wednesday, November 30th. Good luck!